In this video, I'm going to be taking one of the ash staves that I split out of a log from the last video and splitting it in half using a technique that allows a lot more control. I'm not sure if this technique is used in Japan, but I need this technique for the handle of my Japanese axe. Well, hatchet. Half axe. In the Western tradition, this is called using a brake to split a piece of wood or to rive a piece of wood. Like I said, I'm not sure if there's a Japanese equivalent. At my last house, I had a brake set up to do this. Here I don't, and because I'm in a hurry, I'm just going to use the fork of this iron bar. This brake in the fork of the tree is not going to work as easily as a proper brake would because the fork is vertical, and you'll see why that's an issue very shortly. Now I'm going to live dangerously and start at the narrow end. Part of the reason for that is that you've got more control over a split when you can bend it, and it's going to be easier to bend the thinner bit than it is to bend the fat bit. This is a Western tool called a fro. I haven't seen a Japanese equivalent, and when I say Japanese equivalent, as in a tool that will do the same job. Maybe it's in a different shape, or maybe I have seen it, I haven't recognized what it's for. And so if anyone out there who is into Japanese tools knows what the Japanese use instead of a fro, I'd be really grateful if you could tell me. But you just get it in position, similar to what we did with the axe in the last video. Get it set up just about there in the middle, and then we smack it. And that split looks like it's running pretty straight. That's pretty good. We can't see what it's doing under the bark, which is annoying. Ooh, that's not so good. See how it's more more towards this side than the other. You want to keep the crack in the center of the wood, the split in the center of the wood. If it runs to one side or the other, then you're going to get an uneven piece of wood, and then instead of getting two handles out of this piece, I'll only get one. Now you want to flex the side of the piece of wood you're splitting in the direction you want the crack to run. So this one here looks like the thinner one, and the crack's running this way. Now if I continue to bend this, then this piece here will bend and the crack will run that way. So what I want to do is bend this one here and then bring the crack more to the center. And this is why it's easier to do this with a fork that's horizontal rather than vertical. Alright, don't ever do that. Never, ever put your fingers in the split, because if the fro slips, you could crush your fingers with the fro, or even worse, if the fro slips out and the crack closes, how are you going to get your fingers out of that crack? Seriously, just never ever do that. Oh. Alright, that's better. That's much better. Oh, crikey. How am I going to do this? I need to grab this and bend it. Right, I've had an idea. I'll be right back. Alrighty, the fro is what opens the crack. Now I can pull on this and I can flex this piece of wood here. Well, I hope. So what I'm trying to do is get that crack to run a bit over this way. Not a lot, because this is actually waste wood, but I don't want it to run out there. Okay, I think at best I'm doing is I'm slowing down the travel that way, because if you see here, I'm just not able to get, I'm just not getting enough bend on this, and I'm getting quite a bit of bend there. Well, that's it. It's either worked or it hasn't. But I think that's a good enough job. It's not a great split. As you can see, even with this waste here, there's a lot of wood that's come off there. But you know, if we think that maybe we're going to lose here anyway because of that knot, and we've still possibly got enough meat in this piece if we just take off that there. So yeah, on to shaping the handle. So apologies about the sound in that. I had another mic set up, but for some reason it just wasn't recording, so I was relying on the sound from the GoPro. In another video that I'll do some point in the future, where I'll be doing that again, I'll make up the specialized tool that you need rather than the plumber's wrench to actually bend the side of the split to get the curve in it, to get the split to sort of travel in the direction you want to do. I made hundreds of wooden shingles for a building that I was going to build. Unfortunately, that didn't come off, and I've still got the shingles. So I got quite practiced at controlling the split and getting it to move, and there's a few other techniques that I could show you on how to do that. I don't know how much of a technique it is that the Japanese used. I know they did do it because the die for kana blocks used to be riven. Now, modern practice is that they're all sawn these days, but they used to be riven, and I don't know whether they cut them short to length and then just split them out with an axe or something, or whether they would split longer pieces. I would imagine the Japanese used to split their axe handles and used a riven axe handle rather than a sawn handle, but I don't know what tools they used to do the splitting and to control the splitting. So if anyone does know and you can let me know, that would be great, because I would like one of those tools, and if I know what it is, I'll probably be better able to find it. The handle is coming along really, really well. I've already got to the point where I'm actually fitting the axe head to the first handle, and it's going great. So, but stay tuned for that in the next video, and if you want to make sure you don't miss it, hit the subscribe button and hit the bell notification, and I'll talk to you guys then. Bye bye.